They felt tricked when they realized our bars weren't like regular chocolate bars. We realized we couldn't fight consumer perception with limited resources. We had to adapt.
Hi, I'm Nikit, and this is The War Room, a show designed to change the way we share stories. Our approach delivers concise, impactful storytelling with professional audio that can adapt to any language and any audience. For this special first episode, who better to kick things off than the source of my entrepreneurial DNA, my father, and the founder of Naturell, Vijay Uttarwar.
Hi Nikit, thanks for having me on the show.
Baba, I'm lucky you're always just a call away, but for the uninitiated, why don't you tell our new friends Naturell's core values?
At its core, Naturell is a company that has had to adapt to consumer demand many times. You might know us for our protein bars, but in doing so, we have also created a platform for healthy snacks.
And where are we today?
Today, Naturell is a private subsidiary of Zydus Wellness. We were acquired for a few 100 crore, and now I'm carrying on to the next chapter of my life.
And now we're all caught up. Tell us about the Varda.
And next, we're building a WADA in Baum.
That's right. In the next few years, we'll be building an amazing modern home with a traditional Peshwai look and feel, right?
Yes. The WADA is one of many new projects after the acquisition.
And for the rest of the world outside our family, why there?
This probably isn't news to you, Nikit, but that's where my brother Mohan and I were raised.
And let me be the first to admit that we desperately need a better electrical grid.
Haha, among others, yes.
So who'll get to stay there?
Uttarwar family to start, but we may open it up to everyone.
Wow.
And with funds from the acquisition, we can make sure we get the best amenities.
Yes. And before we get to the acquisition, tell me more about your journey with Naturell. Growing up, I remember seeing you change directions a few times.
It definitely tested our resilience. We started with stevia, a plant-based zero-calorie sweetener derived from the leaves of the stevia plant.
Right.
And with my farming background, I also realized that selling stevia was 10 times more profitable than selling commodity crops. So by increasing consumer demand, we would be simultaneously improving the socio-economic position of the farmers who supplied us.
Oh, wow. So there was a strong philanthropic angle.
Yes, our tagline was, "Healthy urban for a wealthy rural." We were the first organized company to launch stevia as a tabletop sweetener in India. But then, just as we were getting started, we hit a major roadblock.
What happened?
The government issued a notice stating that stevia wasn't on the approved list of sweeteners. We were devastated. We had already invested so much into the project, and to have it all come to a screeching halt because of regulatory issues was heartbreaking. It would have been easy to just give up, but I couldn't. We had a team of 30 to 40 people, and I felt a responsibility to find a way forward.
That's when you decided to pivot to nutrition bars, right?
Exactly. Having lived in the US, I had seen the growing popularity of nutrition bars, and I thought it could be a good fit for the Indian market. But the industry didn't really exist in India back then, so we had to figure everything out from scratch.
And just like stevia, you had to create a new market, right?
Yes, but this time we faced a whole new set of challenges. We initially priced our Right Bite bars at 15 rupees, but quickly realized that wasn't going to work. We relied on feedback from distributors and customers who suggested lowering the price to 10 or even 5 rupees.
I remember those 5 rupee bars. They were everywhere. But didn't you face some pushback as well?
Yes, we positioned them as a healthy chocolate for children, with the idea of providing a healthier alternative to candy bars. We even had a calcium-enriched bar marketed as equivalent to a glass of milk.
Whoa!
We thought this was a winning formula. We had distribution across the entire country, advertisements on TV, and the product was available everywhere, from premium stores to small kirana shops. But it just wasn't moving.
Why didn't it work?
We realized that we were targeting the wrong audience. Premium customers didn't trust a 5 rupee bar from a new company, and children in smaller stores just wanted chocolate. They felt tricked when they realized our bars weren't like regular chocolate bars. We realized we couldn't fight consumer perception with limited resources. We had to adapt. That was a huge learning experience.
So, how did you turn things around?
We completely shifted our strategy. We moved away from targeting children and repositioned the bars as a nutritious product for young adults and above. Instead of highlighting the health benefits, which consumers weren't ready for, we focused on functional benefits they could easily understand. So we created 3 segments: workout, targeting gym goers who understood the importance of protein; 99 calorie sugarless for calorie conscious consumers; and women bar, addressing specific nutritional needs of women.
That's a smart pivot. Instead of convincing people they had a need, you met them where their needs were.
Yes, and it worked. We started getting traction, especially with the workout bars. Gym goers loved that our protein bars were much cheaper than other imported options while still offering high quality protein.
Oh,
That's actually how Max Protein was born. We noticed a demand for higher protein bars and realized we needed a separate brand to cater to that segment.
it's fascinating how you constantly innovated and adapted. Even with the success of the bars, you didn't stop there.
No, we expanded into protein chips, soft cookies, and even plant-based protein options. I believe that continuous innovation is key to staying ahead in the market. We wanted to offer healthy options across different snacking categories, from biscuits and cookies to namkeen and granola. That's how we built Max Protein into a platform for healthy snacks, not just a brand for protein bars. And we were constantly looking for new ideas, like our millet-based protein chips. I don't even think anyone else was doing that globally at the time.
Wow.
Facing those early challenges taught me to be flexible and to never stop exploring new possibilities. Remember how I initially resisted taking VC money?
Yeah, I remember you've always been cautious of taking outside capital, but you eventually decided to partner with Robo Equity's India Agribusiness Fund.
Yes, it was important to me that if I took someone's investment, I could deliver a good return. And in 2018, I felt that Max Protein was poised for significant growth, so I decided to fuel it with the right amount of capital, which coincidentally was outside our own means.
Oh,
That's when I decided to take an outside investment with the purpose of growing the brand. Building a sustainable business that benefits everyone involved has always been my goal.
right. That's when all the new ads with Gothic Aryan started to come out.
Yes, we partnered with a few celebrities to increase the brand awareness of Max Protein.
And did it work?
Absolutely. Sales surged, and we eventually surpassed 100 crore rupees in annual revenue.
That's incredible. What else changed when you took outside capital?
I made sure we had an employee stock option program in place before the investment came in. It was important to me that everyone at Naturell had a chance to benefit financially if the company did well.
Wow, so everyone got a piece of the pie.
Yes, regardless of their position or seniority, I gave everyone the opportunity to own a piece of the company. Remember, even our office support staff and the promoters who helped us at retail stores were included. It was about recognizing everyone's contribution.
That's incredible. So did everyone understand the concept of ESOP? Back then, it wasn't as common in India, especially in 2017.
No, it was a new concept for many. Some even preferred a cash bonus instead of an ESOP because they didn't fully grasp its potential.
I bet.
But I was determined to implement it. I knew that when the company achieved financial success, everyone who helped us get there should reap the benefits.
And that vision really paid off during the Zydus acquisition, didn't it?
I believe so, Niket. Zydus gains a well-established and respected brand in Right Bite and Max Protein. We already have a loyal customer base and a strong team in place.
Which sounds great because it would go with their existing lineup of sugar-free, Glucon-D, and Complan.
Yes, to name a few.
And now Max Protein. That's fantastic. But were you worried about losing control of the brand you built so carefully over the years?
Absolutely. This was a key consideration for me. And Zydus understands the importance of preserving the brand's identity and giving us the freedom to operate independently.
As a subsidiary,
they committed to running Naturell as a separate subsidiary, which means our team, our culture, and our way of doing things will remain intact. Actually, this deal is good for 4 groups.
4?
It's a net positive for our employees at Naturell, Zydus, our vendor partners, and of course our shareholders.
Okay, you'll need to explain this one. Rather 4.
Our employees through their ESOPs, and our best have a larger opportunity at Zydus.
Larger opportunity?
Yes. We've invested a lot in our team, and many deserve to be at the next level.
Because they now have a chance to work on projects at Zydus Group's scale.
Exactly.
And for them, they get a profitable business.
And for Zydus Wellness, they add another logo to their brand portfolio.
How does it help our vendor partners?
As our account grows, so do our vendor partners.
Oh, so business is basically going to start booming for them. And the Varda. Well, I'm a shareholder as well, so I know I'm getting a pool table.
Of course, we'll need to have a game room and maybe a few cows.
And the best chai ever.
You literally cannot get fresher milk than at Bham.
So what do you think about opening the doors to our new friends once it's ready?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We'll announce when we're ready to host you all in a Royal Peshwai style. And thanks for listening in, and catch us next time at The War Room.